Hey y'all, what's up? So today we're gonna be cooking us some dinner. We're gonna have some fried pork chops, some mashed potatoes, and some green beans. Now I'm gonna start off by prepping my food first. So I opened that flour packet kind of halfway, so I can keep the other side closed, just so I can have the lid tilt. Now I know some people like to open theirs up all the way and use a measuring cup and leave it in there. Not me. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna season my flour up. I'm gonna use some Creole seasoning, some salt, some Creole seasoning again, but that's the more spicy. I only use a little bit of that though. We're gonna use some black pepper, some garlic powder, and yes, if I sneezed and y'all saw me cover up my mouth with my gown I got on. And then one thing I'm gonna tell you that if you're not seasoning, oh wait, if you're not sneezing, you ain't seasoning. That's how I go. Yeah, that's how I go. If you're not seasoning, you ain't sneezing. Or if you ain't sneezing, you ain't see. It doesn't matter. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my grease on. Now I turned my grease on 6.5. I cooked that for a majority of everything. It's got to be on 5 or above. Now, since I heavily seasoned my flour, I'm gonna lightly season my pork chops. I'm gonna use the same seasoning that I use for the flour. So one thing I want to know is, do y'all use? I know garlic powder and onion powder go on everything. Now, them the two seasonings that I recommend you stay having. They go on everything, everything, everything. Go on everything. So, but what do y'all have a preference on what seasoning that y'all like to use? Do y'all like to use multiple seasonings on your food, or do you just like to stick to one and just use, the basic salt, pepper, and then that seasoning, and then the onion and garlic powder? You guys let me know. So this me getting some water for my mashed potatoes. Now, somebody in my house is sick, so I cooked them some soup separate because I know that the grease and everything else is a heavy food on their stomach, and I can't clean them to throw up. Y'all, I can't do it. I work as a CNA, and I could with the elderly, and I could do that all day long. But when it comes to that, I can't do it. But anyway, let me stop talking about that while I'm fixing my food. So make sure you get yourself a long paper towel. Just how long that was, that's what you want. You don't want none of that grease hitting that plate. Even though my plate's kind of lopsided because I microwaved them too much. But it doesn't matter. Make sure you get you a long piece of paper towel to cover that grease. Now, I'm finna go ahead and drop my pork chops in. Now, if you guys saw the clip before that, you saw that I put a little bit of flour in that grease just to make sure it's hot. Now, you can do that, or you can, what else you can do? I think you can smell the grease whenever it get hot, too. You can. You can smell the grease whenever it get hot, but I just like to make sure my grease is extra hot, so I throw a little bit of flour in there, and if it start frying, we good to go. Now, don't talk about the top of my vent. I know it needs to be clean, but out of sight, out of mind. I keep forgetting to do it. But I just go ahead and turn on my fan because I don't want no grease in my eyes. So I'm stirring up my mashed potatoes. Yeah, these mashed potatoes are so good. I did my big one on this meal. All this was good. And I just add sour cream to mine. I don't know if everybody else does it. And y'all, it's looking good. All right, y'all. So I'm going to pull out my first batch of pork chops. Now, my kids kept saying that they were hungry, so I went on ahead and fixed them a plate first. That's my second batch of pork chops. But I went on ahead and fixed them a plate. So, of course, I fixed my children something to eat. So they got something different from me, of course. But who was finna touch these dishes? Not me. Good night.